Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Clippers. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. Of course, there's the Rockets, 8 games out. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. And small and power forwards, Leonard and Batum. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And a little extra at stake tonight, as this is the first game of the NBA Cup group stage for each of these teams.
And both coaches want to get that first win under their belt. With only 4 games in this stage, the tournament doesn't give you much room for error.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Powell from outside the arc. Connects from three-point range.
Good play by Powell. Just a strong field to take the 3 that time.
Van Vliet passes to Şengün. The shake. Out to Brooks. The 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins. And looking for number 8 tonight.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders. The way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Powell, the pass to Harden. Back to Powell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Harden gets the bucket.
We don't see a lot of James Harden in the mid-range, but he is capable of knocking him down.
It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Van Vliet. Green against Powell. 6 to shoot. Green in the post. Guarded by Powell. And that one's good. Green.
And almost any time he wants, Green can put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Harden outside. Outside Leonard. Outside Batum. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Harden. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game, missing all those chippies.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Şengün hits them both. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
So many ways Nick Batum can beat you, and with his experience, still getting buckets.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Dillon Brooks.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 3. Thompson sets the pick for Brooks. Pass to Thompson. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
A guy who is ready to fight for it. Şengün using that strength to get that one to go.
Van Vliet against Harden. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now.
And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
And he's good on the second. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
And here's Harden following Fred VanVleet's 3. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And VanVleet picks one up.
Well, Harden, a true creator when he has the ball in his hands.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. First free throw is good. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Well, this man at the line is a puzzle that defenses for years in this league have just not been able to solve. And that is really the story of James Harden's career.
LA is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Leonard kicks to Harden. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 8.
And that's Harden. He can beat you equally off the dribble or off the catch.
Houston moving the ball around. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Leonard, following the three by Houston. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. And here we go with Thompson, running it up the court. Over Harden. Misses off the left iron. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Powell finds Harden. Launches it. They get the rebound. Zubac. That one's in, his first shot this game.
That's what Zubac is here for, making plays in the trenches.
Rockets trail by 3. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alfie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Here's Şengün. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Powell with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Leonard. Powell, the pass to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Sinks the three-pointer. He has 5.
And Batum can still knock down threes. He gives you that kind of gravity that the offense relies on.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Jones comes in for Nicholas Batum. Amir Coffey's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bogdanovich in for Powell. Thompson outside. Pass to Brooks. Here's Şengün. Eubanks defending. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Kept alive. And that one's good. Eubanks. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Pass to Şengün. Now Whitmore. Thompson with it. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Şengün. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. That's now 8 points for Şengün.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
Outside Bogdanovich. Wants to get it to Eubanks and does. Bogdanovich dishes to Harden. The tray. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Clippers leading by 6. Pass to Jones. Over Whitmore. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Houston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Inside, here's Thompson. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Houston making some changes. Jabari Smith comes in for Şengün. And Jalen Green subbed in for Brooks. .152 left here in the first quarter. And a wide open look for Whitmore. The Rockets with another miss.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Harden the pass to Eubanks. Here's Coffey. He's covered by Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And the Rockets making a change here. Adams checked in. Five to shoot. Harden's shot is off.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
And here's Harden. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 10.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Smith with a screen on Harden. Green, no luck.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now, here is Harden. 10 points for him. Over Green. Another miss by Harden.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Last outing for the Clippers. They won that game against Houston. Here's Coffey. He has yet to score. It's hauled in by Adams.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Rockets trail by 7. They've got Smith. Cam Whitmore is out there with Green. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Eason in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Dunn passes to Eubanks. Here's Coffey. Fires from deep. Green with the rebound. Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy. And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Over Whitmore. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Well, Bogdanovich is a shooter, and he's got good feel from the mid-range.
Green taking his time here. Off target from three-point range. The Clippers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And here's Bogdanovich for three. Hits it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
Well, maybe should have. The score doesn't indicate just how well they competed in that game. For the majority of it, they looked like the better team.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Jones from outside. And another three for the Clippers.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Pass to Coffey. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Whitmore defending. Rockets trail by 9. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Done outside. Over Green. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Well, this is what Steven Adams does. He finds his way into the paint for high percentage shots just like that.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Coffey. He's covered by Eason. Coffey can't get it to go. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, and he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Here's Coffey. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Red Van Vliet comes in for Cam Whitmore. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Eubanks. Batum comes in for Derek Jones. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Amir Coffey. And Norman Powell subbed in for Bogdanovich. Clippers leading by 5. Pass to Powell. Back to Dunn. Up top, Simmons. Guarded by Green. And Simmons kicks to Leonard. The three goes down the hatch from Kawhi. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now. And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they get the ball.
First one falls for him. Şengün's checked in for Jabari Smith. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now done. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Leonard. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Done outside. Now here's Batum. Powell for three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Van Vliet. The Rockets with another miss. Clippers leading by 9. Dunn with it. Now defended by Şengün. Dunn passes to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Pass to Dunn. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Dunn. Simmons got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Simmons inside. Working on Green. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Eason for 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Green. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Simmons against Green. Simmons' shot is good.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
In the corner, it's Eason. Şengün kicks to Green. Thompson, a screen on Leonard. Here's Green. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Leonard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brent, I've always thought the stoic demeanor of Kawhi Leonard was very imposing for an opponent.
Well, there's just no rattling, right, Kevin? How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard get outside of himself, react to a call, become emotional? Now, as a teammate, you have to have an understanding that he might not motivate you in that way, but certainly as an opponent, it's intimidating. I remember playing against John Stockton and Karl Malone much in the same way. Emotionless, relentless. That's sometimes intimidating for an opponent.
Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
Pass to Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Simmons. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. That's good from Simmons.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Zubac is checked in for Ben Simmons. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Fourth, the Clippers.
Well, lately their offense has been completely in sync. Guys are accepting their roles and playing unselfish basketball. That's helped them hit a high percentage of those opportunities.
Leonard against Green. Green with a screen for Thompson. They need this, and Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Harden surveying the D. Pass to Powell. Three-pointer. The Rockets pull it in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Şengün with a screen on Powell. The drive by Thompson. Now Eason. Off target from outside. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter. Harden against Green. He takes it in. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 12.
Yeah, this is something that you just learn. You cannot underestimate the physicality of James Harden just warding off the contact.
Brooks outside. No good on the three. Clippers leading by 15. Leonard finds Powell. On the wing, Harden. Zubac a screen on Green. And James Harden, good for three. He's got 15.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Şengün. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Smith checked in for Houston.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. No shot.
And that one misses.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Leonard with the ball. He had 25 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Dylan Brooks. The Clippers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. 6 seconds left in the first half of the game. Green fires from way outside. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They've imposed their will on the glass, getting all the 50-50 balls and maybe even a few 20-80 balls.
Love the activity. Don't just say you want to win. Prove it and get it.
And moving on, guys, it's early in the season, but always a good time to check out the power rankings.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they're sitting on the top of their division. Can't ask for more than that as a fan, and it feels like they're getting better as the season goes on.
The way they've been playing, I expect big things from these guys.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. The veteran wings, Powell and Leonard. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. And it's Harden in at the one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Leonard, that's for two. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Leonard's got the first points of the third quarter up on the boards for Los Angeles. And Zubac has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old-school centers.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
And here's Harden. Pass to Powell, and Leonard has it in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thompson misses. Los Angeles leading by 18. Leonard inside. Şengün covering, and Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 11 points.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Şengün kicks to Green. Pass to Şengün. Just 5 on the clock. Brooks outside. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Brooks has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Harden on the wing. Covered by Van Vliet. Lets it go. The Rockets pull it in. To the paint. Trying to find Thompson.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. To the inside. Batum against Brooks. Batum, good.
One of those players who does like the mid-range. Batum with some old-school deuces.
Rockets trail by 17. Thompson outside. Lobbed up there for Green. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Just hanging in the air that time. Green with some terrific bounce.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 15. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 17.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Here's Thompson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Rockets have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. That free throw good from Thompson. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubats. Derek Jones comes in for Nicholas Batum. Amir Coffey's checked in for Leonard. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Norman Powell. And so Thompson nails both of them. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Şengün. He's averaging 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Anticipation when it comes to rebounding, that can separate elite ones from average ones.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. Fourth, the Clippers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Brooks outside. Van Vliet against Jones. From the wing. It's hauled in by Coffey. Los Angeles leading by 15. Pass to Harden. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Şengün covering. Here's Harden. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Yeah, it's not a handful. It's a bundle of these kind of performances from James Harden. What a night.
Thompson sets the pick for Brooks. Thompson dishes to Brooks. Pass to Şengün. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. 12 points for Şengün.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 to 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Harden against Van Vliet. Good on the shot. Harden's got 23.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Green. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Brooks with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 17. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And the three ball is good. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
And Bogdanovich, a three-point specialist, loves those corners.
Jones against Van Vliet. Green left side. Şengün with the screen for Green. And Houston again with the bucket. Here's Harden. 23 points in the game. Out to the wing. Here's Coffey. Back to Harden. Lets the three fly. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Harden the pass to Jones. Over Green. Jones, no luck. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's an 18-point game. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Now Harden. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. Coffey can't get it to go. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Van Vliet. The shot, no good. Good D by Bogdanovich. Clippers leading by 16. They set the screen. Here's Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And we got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So for the Rockets, Smith checked in for Dylan Brooks. Tari Eason comes in for Amen Thompson. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And so here is Houston. They trail by 18. From deep, Green. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got 9 points now in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Simmons inside. Whitmore defending. Yep, it counts. Simmons got 13 points.
And they make Simmons battle for it, but he was up to the task.
Down low, here's Şengün. Rebound by the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Simmons passes to Jones. Dunn outside. Jones sets the pick for Dunn. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Rockets trail by 17. Green left side. And Green slams it in.
And once Green gets the ball there, not much you can do defensively.
Outside, Simmons. Bogdanovich, that's for two. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Whitmore with it. Outguarded by Simmons. And it's Whitmore missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Dunn finds Simmons. And here's Bogdanovich. Los Angeles with another miss. Pass to Whitmore. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Green against Dunn. It's sent back down by Simmons. 5 on the clock. Smith with a screen on Bogdanovich. And it's Whitmore missing. Here's Beauchamp over Smith. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
James Harden getting it done for the L.A. Clippers. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Right back after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
And that's miscue number 2 for them tonight. On the whole, they've been doing a great job of taking care of the basketball.
Here's Whitmore. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Tari Eason is out there with Smith. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Whitmore. And it's VanVleet in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And Simmons kicks to Dunn. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. Plenty of space. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night. So it's the Clippers now, leading by 12. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. It's Jones on the way. Covered by Smith. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Trying to improve every year. That's the goal of anyone in the NBA. Bogdanovich has great fundamentals to be able to do that.
Smith sets the pick for Van Vliet. Overdone. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 15. Jones looking for an opening. Bogdanovich wide open. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Whitmore with it. Screen by Smith. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Whitmore missing. LA's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Jones finds Simmons. Outside Bogdanovich. And it's Bogdanovich again missing. Here's Whitmore. Off target with his three.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Jones, the pass to Bogdanovich. And it's Bogdanovich again missing. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's an 18-point game. And Whitmore throws it down.
There's no shortage of verticality to Whitmore's game. He makes for a big target above the rim.
Outside, Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Cam Whitmore. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the three ball. I mean, it's been falling for them, and they're locked in, and with that outside shot going, that's a big difference maker.
Houston making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Powell comes in for Bogdanovich. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Rockets trail by 17. Out to the right wing. Here's Whitmore. Offline with his three.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Here's Powell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Clippers lead by 19. Pass to Whitmore. Brooks kicks to Thompson. Houston moving it around. Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And I like Van Vliet's shot selection. Terrific at looking to score when he sees the opportunity.
And here is Simmons. Powell for 3. That one doesn't go.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Pass to Thompson from beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Powell kicks to Dunn. Now here's Batum. Here's Beauchamp. Drills the three-pointer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rockets trail by 20. Thompson outside. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Brooks outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Batum for 3. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Whitmore's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out to Thompson from downtown. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Rockets have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. From deep, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists tonight.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Here's Dunn. Brooks grabs the board.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Offensive rebound. Off target at the rim. Los Angeles leading by 16. Now, here's Dunn. Stolen by Van Vliet. Pass to Whitmore. Thompson outside. Brooks kicks to Van Vliet. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Batum, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Batum playing with some aggressiveness here, drawing that foul.
Some players, Brent, have claimed entertainment is emphasized over competition. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a great balance, and the league does a great job of promoting its stars. But at the end of the day, Kevin, trust me, guys who are out here have a love for the game, a passion for the competition, and that's what we want to see.
First free throw is good.
Well, Batum just brings a lot of experience and helps this team remain confident that he's going to make the right play and make the subtle contributions to put you in a place to win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Şengün comes in for Smith, and it's Green in for Cam Whitmore. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 18. To the inside. Stolen by Zubac. To the wing on the left. Beauchamp passes to Batum. Powell with it. Brooks covering. Los Angeles with another miss. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball. This one has been all about Ahmed Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Thompson no good on the free throw. Clippers leading by 16. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Mills finds Zubats. Back to Mills. Shoots over Van Vliet. Mills can't hit. Rockets trail by 16. Thompson outside. Here's Brooks. The Clippers grab the miss. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now Jones. Pass to Zubats. Over Şengün. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Outside, Green. Van Vliet sets the pick for Green. 4 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Şengün. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got 11 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Jones. To the paint. The shot's good from Christie. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
2 points. That one goes.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Screen by Zubats. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Clippers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Holiday finds Tate. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Tate. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. And Jones has it in the corner. Zubats with the screen for Jones. And the wing jumper offline. On offense, here are the Rockets. It's a 16-point game. Holiday looking over the floor. Smith sets the pick for Holiday. Missed inside. And it's Jones with the ball for the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Coffee. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. And the Clippers lead by 18.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And tonight, not just a regular season win, It also counts in the NBA Cup standings.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Here with James Harden. James, this team adds onto its win streak. How important are nights like this as you move forward?
It was huge, man. We did an amazing job. We're continuing to get better offensively and defensively. Guys are stepping up, so we got a long way to go, but we're in the right direction.
It is not where you start, but where you finish. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, James Harden.